Hello, I'm Rick Godsey, Currituck County Building Inspector, and today we're going to be looking at deck framing and show you what to watch for to ensure the safety of your deck system. Before we get started in identifying any unsafe structural situations, let's first explain the parts and terminology of a deck system. Posts, also referred to as pilings, are the vertical structural elements of the deck. Beams or girders are the horizontal boards that are attached to the posts to help carry the weight of the deck. Ledger is a length of board that is horizontally attached to the side of a house or a house band to hold up one edge of the deck. Joists are the horizontal framing members that support the decking. Fasteners is a generic term for nails, bolts, screws, or any other connecting device. Joist hangers are a pre-manufactured metal piece that are attached to the ledger or a beam that support a joist. Usually joist hangers are galvanized or stainless steel. Span is the distance between supports. We're on site looking at some issues that may occur underneath your deck. Here we have a piling attached to a beam with a strap. And in our environment, the straps, galvanized and stainless, will be subject to salt water in the air, so they will corrode. This one here has been here for over 15 years, so you can see the corrosion that's on it. It may be a good idea to replace this in a few years because it actually holds the deck down to the piling, which is being held in to the footer by gravity, by friction. Another thing you need to look out for is how your deck is attached to your house. In this case, this house was built back when the codes didn't exist, but the proper way to do this would be to bolt your deck band to your house. Here you can see the nails, their fasteners, are rusted. This homeowner has gone back through and nailed with recent current galvanized nails, but you can see how the old nails are extremely rusted. And in this case, they have a nail sticking out that has been here probably 20 years, and you can see the difference in what a normal nail looks like and a nail that's exposed to the weather. So that's going on inside your wood all the time. So that's something you want to take care of. This is a piling. It supports your girder and the deck structure. You can check it for cracks and splits. Water gets inside the piling, rots the wood from the inside, because sometimes the chemical treatment doesn't go all the way to the middle. This is a very old one. I couldn't venture a guess on how old it is, but you can thump on it and it sounds solid, and we're not showing any decay on it, so it's still in good shape. This check here, owner wanted it replaced a few years ago. It was allowing water to get in and start to rot it from the inside, so they took care of it before it became an issue. This is a girder. It actually holds the upper structure of your deck. They've got some metal fasteners that are holding the joists to the girder, keep it from blowing away. You can see on this girder that there are just a few cracks in it. It's 2 boards thick. Those are minor, those are just natural. So it's not going to cause any structural problem now, but it's something you should keep an eye on. You can see that some of the fasteners that they've used to secure the girder to the piling are severely corroded. And this one here is in need of replacement very soon. This one looks like it was replaced from the original, probably about 15 years old, but it looks great. These are the joists. They rest between the girder and the ledger on the house. You want to keep an eye out for bowing. You don't want it to bow down. You want to take a look for cracks. This particular one is split, and it's in between the span, so it's probably a good idea to have this one replaced. You want to look for rot. Make sure your fasteners are holding it to the girder properly. You can see these are in great shape. A little bit of rust here, it's fine. This one's missing. It's totally rusted off. So it should be replaced. These are joists resting on a ledger with a deck band attached to the house. We'd like to see a few more nails underneath each joist on the ledger. We'd like to see bolts on your deck band to the house. This deck band is held on with strictly nails, and the nails are severely corroded. So this ledger is in danger of shearing off if there's an extra load. You know, you have 10, 12, 14 people on the deck. It could put enough weight on this ledger to where this whole deck will fall down, injuring anyone on the deck. What we're looking at here is a piling, a girder, and several fasteners, obviously different ages of all. This is a oceanfront house. You can see this bolt here is about 25 years old, and you can see the indentation where the washer used to be. It has totally rusted away. What that bolt does is it holds everything to the piling, and it keeps the wind from moving it, racking it, and having it fall off of the piling. These fasteners here were put in about 5 years ago. You can see they're still in very good shape, but it's something you want to keep an eye on for the future. We're on site now with a house about 25, 30 years old. Decks were built then. And you can see here that 25 years ago, they actually did it to code, 2 through bolts, 2 5/8" through bolts on a piling and girder connection. Now, unlike the other items that I've showed you today, these are actually in very good shape. So it's kind of luck of the draw, but you have to make sure that it is not failing and that they are sufficient enough to support the loads that they are required to support. We hope that these tips for inspecting your property will help you make your deck a safer and more enjoyable place for you and your guests. Until next time, I'm Rick Godsey from Currituck County. This video is brought to you courtesy of Currituck County Travel and Tour.